Fail big. That's right. Fail big. You only live once, so do what you feel passionate about. Take chances. Don't be afraid to fail. There's an old IQ test, was 9 dots, and you had to draw 5 lines with a pencil within these 9 dots without lifting the pencil. The only way to do it was to go outside the box. So don't be afraid to go outside the box. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Don't be afraid to fail big, to dream big. But remember, dreams without goals are just dreams, and they ultimately fuel disappointment. So have dreams, but have goals. Life goals, yearly goals, monthly goals, daily goals. And understand that to achieve these goals, you must apply discipline and consistency. In order to achieve your goals, you must apply discipline and consistency every day, not just on Tuesday and miss a few days. You have to work at it every day. You have to plan every day. You've heard the saying, we don't plan to fail, we fail to plan. Hard work works.
All right. Oh, there we go. I turned the mic off. Well, top of the afternoon. If you're wondering why I'm holding the microphone in my hand, it's because I left my base as I'm out on the road today. But nonetheless, we're live a few hours late. But welcome everybody to the show. We're live exclusively on YouTube. I got my girl Kels with the OTA intel. That's right. We got a bunch of photos. She's got a bunch of news and notes. So make sure if you're tapping in, you throw up the X like my girl Prototype. We see you out there in the building. She's ready to see if she's going to win this jersey today. Let me just go ahead and add it to the stage. Oh, man. Welcome. What's good, Kels? How's the weather out there in D.C. today?
It's fun. It's nice and warm, a little breeze. Yesterday it was kind of, it was a little bit cooler than that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Me and Kels were just talking in the back room, and I was telling her I had to fly from Virginia when I was out there at Candy's 4th annual Star Diva Beach Bash. I had to fly up to D.C., and I was thinking about Kels with the intel. So we got her here live today. As I'm on the road, there'll be more news on that, but I see my girl Prototype is in the building. Do me a favor, Prototype, share this share this with the other ladies that are in the raffle, so that way they can get a chance to join in. You don't have to be present to win. But I've got a Facebook raffle that's going down today. So we got a couple of ladies that are going to join us. They're looking at this DEZ Bryant Nike custom or Nike autograph jersey with a COA. So we're getting ready to put up the wheel of names on that. But it looks like you got a bunch of intels from the Star in Frisco. So one of the things that you sent me first, I want to share with everybody here today is that caught my attention. I says, oh, this is new locker room equipment. So tell us about the ping pong table at the Star in Frisco in the locker room, Kels.
Okay, so Shotty is getting back to how the Cowboys used to run practice because McCarthy took a lot of things out, like as far as listening to music, things to get the team amped up, motivated, and everything.
Not the music. He was anti-music. That's hard. That's terrible.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so I guess during the McCarthy area, it was you might as well say it was a dry practice atmosphere. So Shotty is back to having the team playing music. They can, use their own playlists and everything. So he integrated a ping pong table into the situation now, and he did mention a little bit of it during his presser during OTAs. So the purpose of the ping pong table is he wants to see how it will bring the competitiveness out of players, and also getting the team to getting the players to know each other and everything during a ping pong match, because I was listening
It's
to
like team building. It's like team
yeah,
building
it's team building.
inside the team.
Right. And I was listening to Jesse Holly on the Cowboy show, Hanging with the Boys. And he was saying that you can learn a lot when you do team building activities that's not per se like practicing routes and all this other stuff. You get to learn who the person was, and he
Other
used
competitive little team building areas like
right.
ping pong is going to show people's competitiveness and team building by winning and losing and things like that. I get it.
Right. And then he was saying that, and one thing that Jesse Holly said, that because he not only he does the show at the Star, but he has also been facilitating rookie workshops and seminars for the Cowboys once the draft, once the rookies from the draft it comes in for their practice. And he's on the field, and he used him and Danny McCray as an example. He said it's nothing that Danny McCray can call him and he won't be there. He will drop whatever it is he has to do, because when they were practicing, when they were on the team together at the same time, they had each other's back. And he's saying that's what was lacking with a lot of the players. And it brought me back to how when Red Rifle, when we had Andy Dalton, when Dak got hurt for that season, and he got into a scuffle and anything, and the team did not back him up.
Well, that's good news to hear right there. And as we pause for the cause, I've got this DEZ Bryant Nike jersey up for grabs. Shout out to everybody on Facebook in my group, Official America's Team. I got another raffle going up in there right now with the GOAT. So stay tuned. I'll drop that here so that way you can check it out. But we got this DEZ Bryant Nike jersey up for grabs. I still got Drew hanging out with me. So this is on Facebook. So shout out to everybody on Facebook. I know we're live on YouTube today, but we still got the Drew Pearson autographed custom jersey with a Hall of Fame inscription up for top stars on Facebook. So it's Jersey Mania here on Saturday. So let me get these wheel of names up, because I know a couple of ladies are looking forward to winning this jersey. But there's also a plot twist here. As we get up Dez and he's twisting around, there's a plot twist here. As you see, the other folks involved there is BDG. So I did this to close this raffle out. This raffle was up for about a few weeks. I know football is not in season and everybody's not looking for jerseys, but if you are, you can definitely find a good jersey raffle in OAT. But with BDG, what I'm going to do is, if BDG wins this raffle, which I hope it's one of the other ladies that win it, if Sarah doesn't win it, if Megan doesn't win it, or Nicole doesn't win it, it's going to go back into the BDG kitty. So what that means is we'll have a DEZ Bryant Nike jersey autograph with a COA back in the BDG kitty. So let's go ahead and spin the wheel so we can get this out the way and get some more intels from my girl Kales on the OTAs. Come on, this is gonna be Megan. Come on, keep spinning. Well, all right, ladies, I appreciate your patience as always. But now you've got to have faith, because what that means is that's going to go back into the BDG kitty. So now we've got that jersey back in there. We got Drew, and I got another DEZ Bryant jersey coming on. So you got to stay tuned for that, for the 120-day challenge here on Patreon. I'll be talking about that shortly, as I'm down here in Beaverton, Oregon. That's right, man. All my supporters will know while I'm down here, I'll be dropping that content this weekend over there on Patreon, but we'll get to more of that. Let me get to my girl Kales with the intel. So what's the big news, if any, coming out of OTAs other than the ping pong? Is anything trumping the ping pong news?
Yeah, so as you know, our OTA window was May 19th through the 23rd. There was one day that was designated as a non-practice day, which was the 21st and the 23rd. So hold on, I was trying to keep sending out the the YouTube link to our.
All right, well, while you're doing that, we'll just go back. Like I said, I got another raffle that's going right now in OAT. I'll drop the link in the comments. You have to be a member of my group. I've got this Emmett Smith Wilson. That's right. The GOAT is up in OAT. You know, I've noticed Emmett Smith, actually, he's pretty smart. He's running ads on Facebook with Jersey Raffles too, with his autograph on there. So here you can get one cheaper, $25 a ticket. There's 10 raffle spots open. It's an Emmett Smith Wilson jersey up for grabs. You see it right there with the COA. So get active in there. What you got, Kels, with the intel?
All right. So our assistant wide receivers coach, Taquan Underwood. Of course, he has the hair throughout the league. He was one of the more energetic presence at practice for OTAs. I think I sent you a picture of him and everything.
Hold on, let me just get it up and you take a look at it. Because he sent me about 50-11, which is a good thing. These are all photos from inside the star. This is some inside stuff here, y'all. So appreciate Kels joining us on YouTube. If you're liking the content, do me a favor, just share and like this video to help us grow over here. I got my girl Kels with the intels, and now my phone's going off. I apologize. Is it up? Let me see. Yeah, there we go. So which photo are you looking for?
The one with Taquan Underwood.
Okay, I don't know who Taquan Underwood looks like.
So he's somewhere in there in the front. No, that's coach.
You said he got a lot of hair?
Yeah, he has the fade right there.
Here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, he's the assistant wide receivers coach.
Yes.
Okay.
So he has.
Because Junior Adams is the wide receivers coach.
Huh?
Junior Adams is the wide receivers coach.
Yes.
Okay, so Taquan is his assistant. All right, just so that way everybody knows we all on the same page out there. Well, what's going on with Mr. Taquan Underwood, the assistant wide receivers coach?
They just said that he just brought a lot of energy with the wide receivers unit and everything during practice. Defensive end Micah Parsons, he has been in and out of OTAs this week as he await his contract extension. Shoddy is pleased with Parsons' offseason involvement compared to years past. Our new wide receiver Pickens, he hit the field for the first time wearing the temporary jersey number 13.
Yeah, the unlucky number 13.
Yes.
Jerry up to his old jersey tricks. That's what I think. But anyway, go ahead.
I don't think so. Lamb and Pickens spent a good amount of time off the field. Working with the wide receivers coach, Junior Adams. I did send you that picture. That was, I think, one of the last ones. During the media viewing session of OTAs, right there.
That's Junior working there. Mm-hmm. That's Pickens and Lamb right there, getting that work by new wide receiver coach from Oregon out here where I'm at, baby boy. It's all Oregon out here in Beaverton. Shout out to my guy, Mike Rock. We're going to get to that. But I'll see you. Yeah. Junior Adams with 1 and 1A or 1 and 1.
Yes.
1 and 1.
And the QB Joe Milton experience was in full effect. I'm going to get into a little bit of that. Those two. That's another picture of Lamb and Pickens.
Yeah, that's a good photo right there. We got Kels with the intels right here, dropping us some intels straight out of OTAs.
So those two pictures right there, that's with Milton. That's Milton.
That's Milton running the route.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he done outran. He did look like he done outran the defense. Are we gonna see Milton the third on some wheels?
Well, we'll see. So the highs were fun, including a 20-yard scamper off of a broken play, and the lows were definitely notable. There were a pair of interceptions to linebacker Shamar James and Buddy Johnson. Demo made an appearance.
Oh yeah,
At
Demo. There you go,
practice.
Demo.
Yeah, and he worked a bit with the rehab group. He was moving around and looks to have added some upper body mass. Sam, our defensive end and safety, Sam Williams and Donovan Wilson, they worked with the rehab group for the entirety of practice.
There they go right there, right? Big Slam Williams. Man, look, a lot of folks are forgetting we got Slam Williams coming back. We got Overshown coming back. We got guys that were hurt, man. I just hate to discredit everybody's putting on our team because we had a lot of injuries. Everybody just seems to sweep that shit under the rug. But anyway, I see Big Slam out there. And who is that? Number 6?
Yeah, that's Dono.
Dono, okay. Dono out there getting the look like the resistant band work.
Yeah. And then if you can go back to the picture that's the picture below our assistant wide receiver coach right there. So our tight end Princeton Fant, he left practice early with the medical staff. I haven't received any news on that.
He walked off on his own though.
Yeah, he walked off on his own.
Well, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
Shout out to my guy Princeton Fan. He said he like in and out, man, on the West Coast.
Yeah. I mean, I'm like this. To me, it's like Ben's Chili Bowl here. It's, it's just a novelty to have.
I'm about to knock Kales off her pivot, boy. We talk about these burgers, man. I asked somebody that had that. While we on the burger tip, right quick. I asked somebody out there. Shout out to my guy Big Chato, out there at the 714 Cowboys. Orange County out there. He just had the marathon burger, and I was like, "Is it better than In-N-Out?" He's like, "Man, ain't nothing better than In-N-Out," but he's like, "It was fire." So I haven't had the marathon burger yet. But what burger was that you was talking about?
No, I was just saying
it was better than In-N-Out. What burger that you said was?
I didn't say that. I just said that to me, In-N-Out is like a nostalgic novelty when you go to a city, just like for DC it's Ben's Chili Bowl. So I mean, it's here, so it's not like, oh, I just have to have Ben's Chili Bowl. But if somebody,
Ben's Chili Bowl,
but if someone is coming to DC, you have to go because of the historical references of it. So that's how I look at like In-N-Out and Whataburger and some other burgers. From other cities. So yeah,
my guy Mike Rock put me up on a wing spot out here in Beaverton, Oregon. I'm gonna be checking that out. But I'm placing that link to my Facebook group. So if you happen to watch this on YouTube and you're a sub, thank you for tapping in today. I got my girl Kels at the Intels. That's the link to join the raffles in my group, Facebook Official America's Team. My girl Kels is also an admin. She shares a lot of updates in there. So what else is cracking out there on you said Micah Parsons? Micah Parsons was in and out, right? But they said Shotty's pleased with what kind of effort he's got.
Right. And our new rookie cornerback, Savon Raffle Jr. Savon, yeah. He worked in a limited capacity in OTA sessions, and he has slowly worked back from a torn ACL suffered last October. I did send you a picture of Savon working out. He's number 27.
Okay, I'll get to it. Savon. That's how you say. It's Cabernet Savon. Savon Revel.
Yeah, Savon Revel.
Savon Revel. That is who we took in the 3rd round, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 3rd round of the NFL draft. So what everybody said he had high on stock draft. Everybody said he would have been, a number for a 1st round guy, but I guess with the injury stuff, but he's still a threat. And I think that's what Jerry and them are banking on. That's
right. And this is the most that he has done, because when he went for rookie mini camp, he was trying to get out of the field and everything, but they weren't ready to do that yet, because of course Britt Brown, our team training physician, and God, I forgot the surgeon name that performed the surgery, but he's the Cowboys
Yeah, the one that Green got him.
surgeon,
That's why they took the gamble on him because they
and
had the intel from the
they
doctor
had
and the
the
source.
medicals and all that stuff. His
Yeah,
name is going to pop back up when I'm no longer thinking about him,
yeah.
but they weren't ready yet for to let him go on rookie minicamp. So this is the most and the first he has done, which was in OTAs. And our QB1, Mr. Rain Dakota Prescott.
Hold on. Before you get into that, let me sidetrack you right quick. So I shared this on my Patreon a few days ago. I discovered that Trey Von Diggs has got a YouTube series up that's chronicling his comeback on his injury, on his second injury, because I guess there was a lot of noise out there about some folks not happy about his first rehab journey, quote unquote, a rumor. But anyway, he's out there deflating the rumors now. I don't know if you've seen this yet or not, Kels, or what is your thoughts on Trey dipping into the YouTube sauce with his comeback?
I mean, I really have no thought about it as far as him starting a YouTube channel. I
Well, he's been
haven't.
on there for a while. It's just now he's uploading this, and this is the
Yeah,
seven series, and it's season one.
I haven't watched the series yet.
Okay, all right.
But that's what I meant. But
Okay.
to me, he came back too soon. He came back too soon because
All right.
ATL surgeries, depending on how severe it is, the recovery time can take anywhere from
Yeah, because he was in and out. He was in and out a few games last year, and then all of a sudden, right at the end, I think they're like, "Oh, he's going to require surgery again."
Yeah. So he came back too soon. Technically, he wasn't supposed to be activated until November of last season.
Okay. Well, cool. I just wanted to see if you had seen that yet or not, but y'all can go over there and check him out on YouTube. That's where we're live at today. I know you were talking about Rain Dakota Prescott, QB1. What's going on with QB1?
So he started OTAs in a limited capacity, but he did participate in sessions. He did flash his leg where he had the surgery a couple of times, and honestly took more reps than what was expected. Looks to be moving well and throwing well. He did have a fine day on the grass field. And by him being the now longest tenure in Cowboys history, he has acquired the new nickname in the QB room as Unk.
Oh, Dak is a Unk. I can see the t-shirts now. Unk, Dak, Unk, something like that.
And he is presently right now on baby watch because his baby was actually due on the 22nd.
Ooh, that's number 2. Dak putting in work off the field. I'm looking for him to put some work on the field. So shout out to Unk. Dak, he got that. I think that's cute right there. He got the nickname Unk because I seen something going around the other day on the age requirements for Unks and not T's and all that. But anyway, So that's good to know. That's good to know. He's limited, but everything's pointing to the right direction with our guy Unk, right?
Yes.
Cool.
And our new rookie, right guard Tyler Booker, he is receiving right guard reps with the first team.
That's what I heard. Yeah, getting first team reps. I heard something. Somebody said something. I know you can verify this. Probably they said Mike McCarthy made Cooper Beebe and Tyler Guyton go with the second team reps when they came into their OTAs last year. Any truth to that?
Last year or this year?
Last year, because that's the first year we had drafted Guyton and Beebe, right?
First year they played. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard when we drafted them last year this time, I guess they were getting the RG or they were getting the second team reps. I think they said that's what Mike McCarthy did with the rooks. But no, this rook Book is getting the RG1. Is that something to pay attention to, or what's up with that?
Yeah, that's something to definitely pay attention to. So
that's a good sign towards like he could be the starting dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
So our cornerback Israel Mukuamu, or what he is known as Izzy, he got a healthy dose of work in the slot along with our cornerback DeRon Bland. Pickens, he hauled in a pair of receptions on a quick slant and a comeback along the left on the left sideline. Our cornerback Wanye Thomas, he took first team reps, played at safety, and he was in the slot. So they're definitely doing some stuff in the DB room with the cornerbacks and the safeties.
Let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
What you know about the running back situation? Because I know you said RB1 was Javante, and it looks like he's getting first team reps out there too as well. Because I know a lot of people are paying attention to this running back room. You got any new sauce or any new tea or any new entails on the running back room?
Only thing is that they were rotating quite a bit during OTAs, but nothing really to take away from the group yet.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's in the beginning stages, but I know everybody's gonna be paying attention to that because I know everybody's favorite. I mean, hell, including mine from University of Texas. I like me some Jaden Blue. I think he gonna get a boy some blues this year, something like that. He gonna be our little boy blue, one of the two.
Yeah.
But everybody paying attention to that RB1, especially because fantasy football folks, they trying to figure out who's gonna be the guy in Dallas.
Yep. So this linebacker group has been flying around during OTAs. Shamar, as I said, the linebackers, Shamar James and Buddy Johnson did receive a pair of interceptions. Solid coverage from the other LB core. Speaking of Shamar James, he read QB Joe Milton perfectly for an interception.
They're gonna keep track of them. How many did Dak? Did Dak throw any? No, Dak wasn't out there throwing, huh?
No.
Okay, so yeah, I guess.
In our tight end room, Jake Ferguson looks like he has added some good body weight. And Brevin Spanford was unstoppable during OTAs. I like Brevin Spanford. Ever since last season.
Yeah, the Cowboys are too, because Jake Ferguson on a contract year right now, and so he got old Todd Francis, his agent, which is Dak's agent. Yeah, I wonder how much production old Jakey's gonna get. You think Brevin's gonna get some more production?
I think right now there's a need for a TE2, so it's going to be up to be
Princeton Fan is he's running in tight ends now, right? Is that where he's labeled at?
Yeah, he's still labeled as a tight end, but they have also been working and conditioning him as a fullback.
Yeah, I remember that too. So okay.
Yeah.
Because you got Brevin Spanford. Is John Stevens still around? Big John Stevens?
John Stevens is still around.
And then we got Luke Schoonmaker and Jake Ferguson.
So the TE2 is going to be between Spanford and Schoonmaker.
Yeah.
But I think Spanford is going.
Spanford probably a little more athletic than Schoon. Huh?
He's more athletic, but he's a better blocker than Schoonmaker.
Oh, that's important. Yeah, especially for Clayton Adams in this apparent run game first. That's why we invested in a big lineman in the first round. If everybody said we didn't have a ground game, we needed a lineman. I just hope they get this line figured out, man, because we get this line going where injuries. Yeah. We know injuries are gonna happen, but can we get some solidarity? Can we get some chemistry? Can we get some functionality with this line? Because if Booker brings it like I think he is, and he stays healthy, he's gonna be setting the tone on that offensive line.
So here's the thing. So they're going to be doing a lot of switch up with this line, because if they revise the 11 personnel or the 12 personnel, that one is going to line up two tight ends. Fergie is going to be on the left, and Spanford is going to be on the right. Only because if Terrence Steele is still the right tackle, Spanford is going to kind of come in and help block that defense. so Dak can stay on his feet. Because that's my issue with Terrence Steele.
Okay.
Because
Well,
he has let some of the opposing team interior 7 come to Dak.
Got you. This is just fresh out yesterday per Tommy Yarish over at DallasCowboys.com. Javonte Williams, I put that link in the comment already. So if you watch this after the fact, check it out at your viewing pleasure. Javonte Williams feels like himself again, excited by Cowboys playmakers. I know we just went through the running back situation, but you can always keep up with all your news and notes on DallasCowboys.com. That link is in the comments. I know we kind of went through the running back room, but I think it was something else I wanted to ask you. Yeah. What's up with what's up with the Deron Bland situation? How's he looking? Is he healthy? Is he gonna be ready to go? No question. Or I know he's on the contract year deals. He's on the contract year 2 as well, right?
Yeah, I just mentioned that he's been working alongside with Izzy.
Oh, that's right, you did. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, because I mean, and then what's the projected? I mean, we already kind of went through Trey a little bit, but is there any kind of expectations on when Trey may or may not return on what you're hearing from your?
He's still active for December. He's still slated to be active and activated.
So you think it's going to be Deron? Who's going to be? Oh, it's going to be Izzy on the other side, or what? Is it way too early for that? Or?
I'm thinking they're waiting until to see what training camp looks like.
Yeah.
Which brings me to with our cornerback Kyer Elam that we got in the trade. He had a good day during OTAs. He had a couple of PBUs and he looked confident. So we'll see what training camp looks like, but the window is not closed for them maybe bringing in another cornerback, a veteran cornerback during that's on the free agency wire for training camp. So that's still a possibility.
Got you. Now talk to us about this young man here. Who's this? This is Dante Fowler, right?
Dante Fowler, he is.
Yeah, no, Dante Fowler, we got him back. That's a new addition to the defense too, along with Slam and Micah. Like, no more Tank, baby. We got this guy Dante back. What can you tell us about Dante?
So Dante
10 sacks.
Dante is back. He's wearing the number 3, which is my favorite number. And he's looked good, like he hasn't missed a beat.
Got you. Sterling's tapping in. Shout out to my guy Sterling. So if you're tapping in, leave us a comment. Let us know the comments are working. Shout out to Daniel. We see you over there on YouTube. Appreciate you tapping in. Happy Saturday. Thank you for tapping in. We want to show some love to our subs on YouTube. This is an exclusive show on YouTube only. He says, what is this Ramsey trade talk? I haven't heard anything about that.
I haven't heard anything about that.
Must be another writer trying to get clicks or die trying. Shout out 50 Cent.
So our little shafty wide receiver Turpin, he took some quick routes and made them into big gains. Our other wide receiver Jalen Cropper, he made several receptions during OTAs. We already talked about Javonte Williams, and the one that's taking over for Tank. This was on the 22nd. Our defensive tackle Solomon Thomas, he feels right at home with the Cowboys, and he thinks the team is setting the building blocks for a special season. All the other news and notes that I ran, this was from the May 20th OTA session.
Okay. That's just 4 days ago. So if you've not been tapping in, you can tap in with us, especially like my guy Iceberg Slim over here on YouTube says Jalen Tolbert will pull himself up to the level of wide receiver 2. I believe there's big expectations on this guy, even though we got Pickens. But
yeah, I think
it will be a plus. I mean, if the guy is a wide receiver 2 and you got 1 and 1, because you didn't say we had 2, it was a 1 and 1. So I guess maybe Tolbert could be, who you see as wide receiver 3 on the way too early looks, as we know. George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb going to be the first 2 options. Who's going to be the third option in this? Because nobody even know what this offense is going to look like, right, Carols?
Yeah, we don't know. It's hard.
Isn't that isn't that a good thing? Like coming into this season, nobody has film on shoddy offense and or George Pickens in any Dallas Cowboys offense. I mean, does that work well for us going into week 1 against the Philadelphia Eagles, who has a whole retooled defensive secondary, it looks like?
Yeah. So that's the upswing of it.
Yeah, is that why Jerry was going and bartering to the NFL front office? Like, we got to have that first game. I mean, there's got to be a reason why Jerry wanted it. I don't think it's simply for views, because if you know the NFC East, which I heard some news broke, what's up with this Hard Knocks in the NFC East? I thought the Buffalo Bills was on the Hard Knocks this year.
So Hard Knocks is known for having 2 shows. They have one during training camp, and then they do an in-season series as well.
So that's going to be the NFC East as the in-season series. They got the Buffalo Bills up. I know they got, and
it's not going to be as invasive as a normal Hard Knocks, because they will have, because the team will, so the people who does Hard Knocks is also the ones that do the Amazon All In? Is that?
No, Hard Knocks is on HBO.
No, the same people that does Hard Knocks. The production team. Same ones that do the Amazon Sports one, which I want to say is called All In. I know that's the one when DEZ Bryant was like, fix this, and he was going crazy, and it was caught on camera.
Yeah, Amazon, so as we talk Hard Knocks.
Amazon produced one a few years ago.
This is from SI.com. Buffalo Bills says NFL selects Buffalo Bills to host HBO's groundbreaking summer series.
Yeah.
For the first time in 25 years of the annual training camp series, Buffalo Bills will be featured by Hard Knocks. Okay, so that's out the way. Let's take a look at what was this other news. NFC East. Here it goes right here. CBS Sports. Bills to be featured on Hard Knocks during training camp series to focus on NFC East during this 2025 season. Man, they're cleaning up. I mean, we got, how many was it? 19 primetime total games? Something like that? I know it was 6. Yeah, it was 19. It was 19. Shout out to my girl, Prototype, who's in the building. Let me just get that out of the way. Yeah, because she won back-to-back. Not only did she win April, and it was a tie between my guy Mike Rock and my girl Prototype, but they both said 19 primetime games. If you've been tuning in here, I told y'all over the last 3 seasons, the NFC East has averaged 16 primetime games a season. I was thinking it was going to be 20 or more, and I thought the Eagles were going to get more than us, but I mean, the Chiefs got the most, I think, at 7.
Yeah, Chiefs got the most.
Yeah. So yeah, HBO.
But it could be tied, because there's 2 games that Washington has that could turn into primetime games.
Okay, well, shout out to my girl Prototype, who won back-to-back, man. She coming in the year on her 88 behavior. That's right. She won May NFL schedule predictions. Nobody guessed or nobody predicted what week Vegas was going to be. I was just happy the schedule was, spread out for the way that it is. But what was your schedule feedback? Because I know we were supposed to be talking about that, but I think I had some technical difficulties being on the road. Did we get a chance to chop up the schedule a little bit or no?
I think we did a little bit on when you went live during your.
Oh yeah. That's right. When I was in there, stuck in the Denver airport. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Well, we did call the fact that the Raiders Cowboys game will be a Monday night game.
Yeah, I was glad it wasn't Thursday.
Which week it would be. That was the only thing. Yeah. So we did call that. I already gave y'all the scoop as far as
no. You were the first. First, I know that anybody was saying that Jerry was going to the front office.
February. Yeah, towards the end of February or first part of March.
Yeah, that was why I took my predictions the way I did. I said, we get the Eagles and I got the Giants, but I didn't get the Vegas right. But I got the Giants back to back for home openers. But I had 20 primetime games, which knocked me out of it. But shout out to Mike Rock, shout out to Prototype, who both had 19, and then there was a little competition inside our Patreon chat where I asked, did you know that? I know you know this, but for everybody tapping in, can you tell me or Kels who were the 3 Cowboys to ever be drafted number 1 in the NFL draft? Can you name all 3 of them down below? I already told you how many. So all you need to do is know that as we continue to carry the conversation on the Cowboys OTAs. And I know you got your own YouTube show going down with my girl Cowboys Nikki over there, right? Y'all still doing Wine and Huddle? Is that what it is?
Yeah, we're just, it's just been a lot going on the past couple of weeks. We did our first test show.
Yeah, y'all got your first episode out the way. Congratulations.
Yeah. And then right after that, we had some family issues going on. My grandmother had an unexpected emergency surgery, so we've been back and forth, on the road to make sure she's okay. She had death in the family, so life just been life.
Life do life.
Yeah.
Life always be life. And well, I got her YouTube in the comments right there. Y'all can go check out her first episode. That's the link to her first episode over there with my girl Cowboys Nikki out there in the DFW area. That's Wine and Huddle. So what do you got now that the draft is done and all of that? Like, what are you focusing on as you looking at OTAs the rest of the month going in the first week of June?
Well, they're pretty much done with OTAs. Then they have the mandatory.
You got to get mandatory minicamp.
Then there's something else in between that before they.
Yeah, they got a couple more days. I think they got about 3 or 4 more days of OTAs spread out, and then I think that first week
because their OTAs is kind of staggered this year, and I've noticed that throughout the whole without the whole NFL. All the games that they're kind of staggered. They're not, because it used to be like a week, like a Monday through Friday, but it's more.
Got all these rules about how much time you can do what and all that stuff now, right?
Yeah.
And
then so this OTA was voluntary. That's what it is. This one was voluntary. The next OTAs,
we got the 28th through the 30th, and then I think 29th is the 29th is designated another media day, so I did see that. And then June 2nd to the 3rd, and then finally the 5th, and then they break for where everybody gonna go fishing, and that's me included. We'll talk about more about that a little bit. But there's your OTA dates.
Yeah, until it's training camp. So in between those times, just be on the look for, see what's happening during the OTAs and the mini camps. And then a few weeks after that, there is on my end the summer CSA show.
Oh, that's right. I remember you did. So you shared that in OAT, right?
Not yet. I'm waiting for some more names. But what has been confirmed is Eddie George, who did play for the Cowboys.
Well, 1 year.
Anton, I thought it was 2 years.
Was it? Okay, maybe you're right.
I thought he had a couple of years with us.
I'm about to Google it.
Eddie George. He was with us, and he was also with Tennessee Titans. And Hall of Famer DeMarcus Ware will be here. So those are the only 2 names I got so far.
Eddie George. Ooh, that brought up some memories, man. What number was Eddie George? I know you know.
It was 27.
No, I'm asking. I know you know.
Oh,
shout out to Eddie George. Yeah, there he goes. There go Eddie George and the Cowboys right there. Yeah, shout out to my girl Kels with the Intel. She got the CSA Intels too as well. If you're tapping in, just say hello to us. Happy Saturday to everybody. I am out on location, baby. I'm on another content grab. I'm down in Beaverton, Oregon. Shout out to my guy, 2023 Gym Rat of the Year, Mike Rock, baby, with the plug. My supporters on Patreon will be seeing that. I'll be dropping that just like I dropped that intel on Trayvon Diggs, so you can go over there and check that out. But I'm going to tell you, I got Alaska coming up in June, and then I don't know, I'm going to be somewhere else again in July. And I know for certain I'll be in training camp first week of August, and then I'll plan to drive down to SoFi to see the Rams preseason game. So that kind of worked out. I see how the schedule played real nice for me. Kept all games I wanted to go to, the home opener, Denver and Las Vegas, all in separate months. So that way I can spread out my coins. Because,
you know what?
It's expensive keeping up with them Joneses.
You know what? Speaking of the schedule, the back end of this schedule.
Oh, isn't it funny? We played Philadelphia first and we played the Eagles last.
It is diabolical the way that the back end of the schedule is, because we have most of the games. There's like, I think it's 2 of them. You have like an 11-day mini bye week.
Yeah, we're playing on 4 Thursday games.
Yeah, and then you only have 4 days in between those games. Man. And all of this is leading up to Thanksgiving.
Boy, they're gonna have to be in their best shape. They're out there getting all the resistance.
This back end is crazy. This is some nasty work. It is some nasty work.
I'm just happy that the schedule played nice, because I sure was dreading. I was like, man, if they put the Vegas game on Thursday, it's gonna be womp. Then I'm like, all right, are we gonna open up with 2 road games? And there was, I know we had some discussion about that, and I'm about to be like, man, that's gonna be womp, because then home opener I plan on being there, because we got a lot of stuff going down. Shout out to the Patreon gang. Shout out to everybody that supports on Facebook. We got the Stony exclusive Smithsonian going down. You'll learn more on my Patreon. That'll be breaking out in June. We got something going. But yeah, I plan on being at camp and going to the preseason game. Are you going to any of the DC games out there when they come visit out there in your neck of the woods?
I want to go to the Christmas game. I don't know. That game is kind of up in the air, because normally I'm in Richmond for Christmas. I don't know. Like I said, this season is crazy. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. This season is going to be crazy. Especially within our division, because when you look at it, New York has the hardest schedule.
Yeah, they got the toughest schedule.
Yeah, they have the toughest schedule.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm trying to remember if it was the way that Philly is playing. Some of those games during the first 5 weeks will be L's because of the teams they're playing. And I want to say it's Washington that is playing 11 straight playoff teams, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, the NFC East, all 4 teams in the NFC East, as I get up the strength of schedule here, all 4 NFC East teams are in the top 8. Like the New York Giants are there at the top. You got the Bears, the Lions, the Eagles, Cowboys. So Eagles, Cowboys are 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it up? Okay, got it up. It's 1, 2, 3, Eagles 4, Cowboys 5, Giants 1, 6, Minnesota Vikings 7, Commanders 8. So there you go. NFC East in the top, strength of schedule. Ooh-wee. And Hard Knocks and all the primetime games, man. If it wasn't for the NFC East, man, the NFC East is carrying the NFL right now, if you ask me.
Yeah. And normally the NFC West is normally the craziest one out of all. Yeah. And of course, it's like the NFC South is like not the Cinderella, but like the ugly stepsister of the conference. It's gonna be something, but like I said, even though this is off season, it's a lot going on. It seemed like Atlanta has so many. They have, and I'll send you hold on. I think it's on this phone. So if you're in the Atlanta area, they are having a Unity cookout, a Cowboys. I just not texted.
Oh yeah, that's about the tailgate committee.
No, this is between some of the Cowboy fan clubs in Atlanta. It's the Dallas Cowboys Unity cookout. It's on June 21st at 12 p.m. at Cone Park.
Who hosting that?
The cost is $20, which includes food, non-alcoholic beverage. You can bring your chairs and tents. It's a BYOB.
Who is hosting?
ATL Block Party, Georgia Hard Hitters,
ATL block party, my guy Tony. Yeah, shout out to Tony. I hope he's out of the hospital. I seen he was in the hospital down there, president.
Yeah.
Shout out to them Georgia hitters. Who else you had on the list?
Cowboys Nation, ATL South, Star Status, ATL, and Star Game.
Yeah, big band. Shout out to Big Prez out there. What's all the major players out there in Atlanta? Yeah, I know they do this stuff down there year round. They've always got these cookouts, the unity cookouts between all of the teams and all the coalitions and the fan clubs out there. Shout out to everybody getting out there. What date is that you said it was going down?
June 21st at Cone Park. I just DM those to you so you could pull it up. And the Atlanta Pro Football Fanatics Cookout is having one on June 7th at NH Scott Park, 22 Tolson Road, Decatur, Georgia, from 12 to 6. If you want to set up a tent, it's $100, free admission and free parking. Sounds by Move Different.
Yeah, it's all on the flyer right there. Y'all can see it. Y'all can screenshot it. Y'all know how that's y'all do. Y'all have to screenshot it, and then you can crop it down. But yeah, shout out to the plug on that right there.
Yeah, and then also this is something I'm planning right now. If you could drop that one. As you know, the draft is coming to my backyard.
Man, that's in 2 years. We still got to go Pittsburgh first.
Yeah, but listen, but this is a year planning what I'm thinking about doing.
Okay, so, I'm sorry. Let me not steal your thunder. What you got?
So, as you know, the draft is coming to my backyard next year. I'm planning on doing a whole week of events during that, except for that Wednesday through that that Thursday through that Saturday, because I plan to be on the National Mall for this. The National Mall.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where it's going to be at. So I plan on being there live and direct for that, but I am planning some events for that. And I'm also thinking about doing an NFL cookout. So
you're doing big shit. You got big shit planning in 2 years now, huh? All right, y'all.
I mean, it's because one, I have to get permits. That's the thing.
Oh yeah.
It's permits.
Okay, so you going about it the right way then. You going about it the right way. I see how you do. Okay. Yeah. That's gonna be you and your club out there. That's gonna be something Kale's doing specifically, or what?
So for the NFL Unity Cookout, that's going to be a little bit after the draft. But there's a Bengals fan club here. There's a Chicago Bears fan club here. There's 2 Pittsburgh Steelers fan clubs here. There's an Eagle fans club here. There's a Giants fan club here. There's a Raiders. There's a 49ers.
Pretty much all of them. Okay.
It's a Packers fan club that's here. And I know people from all of those fan clubs. So I'm going to be hopefully partnering with them.
Y'all heard it here first.
So
I guess I'm gonna have to go to DC for the draft because all these events you talking about doing.
And then but also this summer I'm thinking about doing like a Cowboys kickback at Gravely Park, which is in Virginia by the airport. Just to have like a Cowboys kickback, you know.
So where's everybody gonna be able to find out all this information that you're talking about? Because now everybody's gonna be.
I'll be posting soon.
You gonna be posting it in OAT?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Everybody in Facebook and OAT. So shout out to everybody on YouTube. You heard it here first, but you'll more likely find that information in Facebook. So yeah. Appreciate you having you on the show today.
Yeah, it's a lot going. It's a lot that's gonna be going between now and the next couple of years.
Okay, good deal. Well, appreciate you on the show today. I got some more content to grab. I got some things to do. So shout out to everybody on Patreon, gang. Get your Raise the Bar membership. There's going to be a Big Val hat competition in June. So you want to win one of those custom Big Val hats. He's already working on the designs. I just chatted with him the other day. So we've had our May schedule predictions winner. So shout out to Prototype, who's won back-to-back. I know this is all on Patreon. So if you're interested, I'll place that link in the comments for everybody that's on YouTube, so that way you can check it out. You're going to need to get my Raise the Bar membership in order to compete for your chance to win, which Prototype has already increased their chances of being the next winner of the year to be flown. Well, the first one to be flown to Alaska next June, which I will be next month. Shout out to my guy RC and all them Cowboy fans up there in Alaska. I'll be there.
I just got some intel real quick.
Go. What you got that's trumping what I'm talking about over here? What you got?
Sorry, just trying to get it in before the show end.
What you got?
So the Crucial Catch game is going to be against Washington, October 19th. That's going to be our Crucial Catch game. The dates that they're looking at for Salute to Service will either be November 3rd, November 23rd, or December 14th. No, December 14th is the My Calls, My Cleats.
Yeah, that's December.
So the Salute to Service will either be the November 3rd against the Cardinals or November 23rd.
It's probably going to be against the Cardinals, because especially with everything they got going on with old boy out there that I can't forget what his name is, the guy that went in and served and lost his life. Pat Tillman. There we go. Pat Tillman. I should know that. Yeah. I think it's probably going to go down. I might just call that. But okay, that's cool. We'll take that. Salute to Service. But yeah, I'll be in Alaska this June on our second Great Alaska fishing trip. And then July, I don't know where I might be at just yet. I haven't nailed that down, but I definitely will be in camp. And I'll be down there at the Rams game for the preseason game. So make sure you stay in tune. I'll place the content link in the comments. You want to get that Raise the Bar membership, like I said, to compete, to win. And my girl Kel says she got all kinds of events coming in 2 years.
Yeah, and then I do know August 16th, that's our preseason game against the Baltimore Ravens.
Cooper Rush sighting against the Cowboys. That's what that sounds like.
Yeah. So we will be also celebrating our club's 8th anniversary. So that's going to be a anniversary watch party. So we're definitely going to do something on.
Shout out to the 8-year anniversary.
Yep, August 17th.
All right. Well, you heard it from my source here today. Her name's Kales. I'm BG. It's been an exclusive YouTube Saturday. I know I'm a little late, a little tardy to the party, but the DEZ Bryant Nike jersey went back into the Built Different kitty. Thank you to the ladies who participated in the raffle. Thank you for your patience. Like I said, that GOAT raffle is up in Official America's Team. All of the links are in the comments, and we'll see y'all in the gym on the next episode.
Turn out the lights. The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.